What's up, everybody? Wraith Realm TV. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for the latest and greatest that comes to my channel. Make sure to check out all my other video platforms that this video is going to be on in social media. Make sure to check out all my streaming places and all the links to me down below, including all my affiliates and to this news article. We got to talk about Andrade El Idolo. We got to talk about it, right? We got to just talk about this because it is wild. And every hour on the hour, there's just like news stories coming out, more updates, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse in WWE's camp. I get that they want to put this guy on ice and they want to put him on the bench and they're very petty, but other articles are saying that WWE wasn't transparent about the 90 days. Then some people are saying, well, they just fired him and let him go anywhere. And then there's other articles saying, well, he was told there was a 90-day. Then now WWE's changing their clause and because he had a wellness policy and TKO. It just seems like WWE is just so petty. It's just making Triple H, Nick Khan, Artie Emanuel, The Rock all just look bad. Bad. And Andrade is not somebody that threads your needle. Like, he is a six-man. He is basically a six-man that comes off the bench and scores buckets in crunch time when you need something. He's literally, I'm gonna say he's a six-man. I'm gonna say somebody that comes off the bench and does what he needs to do for you guys. Like a Carmelo Anthony, basically, when he was with the Lakers, coming off the bench just to give you some points, make your organization look good. But he's not like a guy that you want to put a belt on. And you would want to put that on a Kenny Omega or a Seth Rollins over an Andrade. Andrade's more like a fifth or a sixth guy. You could swap him out. He would be somebody you would put like a mid-card title on, high-end mid-card title on, or another promotion within a promotion's heavyweight title. I don't mean that in disrespect to Andrade at all. He's really entertaining, but we haven't seen that in a minute from Andrade. Andrade's been a mess, but it comes down to booking over the years with him. He has been a mess. I like Andrade. When he was in New Japan, CMLL, he was really, really good. Then when he went to WWE, I thought that was going to transition over, and it did for a minute in NXT. But then they rushed, they brought all these people in. They brought in Shinsuke, they brought him in, they brought Austin Aries, they brought this person in. And it just, they had too much there. I said it then as I will say it now. NXT back then was very bloated and they had way too much going on. They had way too much star power. Then they had Adam Cole. Then you had the Garganos of the world. At the time, Andrade was lost in the sauce then. And then he got handed the belt with Selena because Selena made him better in WWE. There's just no shadow of a doubt on that one. But the second time around, they didn't do this. They didn't keep with the same formula. They brought him in. I feel the same way about Rusev. They brought Rusev in, and they really haven't done much with Rusev. Rusev should be a world heavyweight champion. He's caliber. Or in United States or Intercontinental. They haven't done anything. And I'm wondering if Rusev's going to be the next on this release schedule that they got going on. They said there's more releases coming. So, I feel bad for Andrade because he got shafted and then went to AEW and is kind of getting a push there, what it looked like, and looked like everything was A-okay and good. But then there was legal notices given to AEW, and then there's articles saying that he wasn't told there was a 90-day compete clause, then was told that there is, and then now it's a year because they had to change their policies because he had a wellness violation, which we're finding out that wellness violation is that he did not want to go and perform for AAA. Didn't want to do the things because he has bad blood with AAA. And there's a lot of talent in WWE that doesn't want to work for AAA, but is doing the right thing under WWE because they're contracted. So at the end of the day, it just seems like Andrade got shafted. It just seems like this man got shafted at the drive-thru and pretty much is being told, you can't go over here. We're going to put you on ice. And it's kind of what AEW does with Britt Baker, what they've done with Wardlow in the past. Well, Wardlow is an injury-prone wrestler at this point. What they've done with a lot of their talent. And at the end of the day, I'm always for make the wrestlers happy. If they don't want to be there, just release them and fire them. Be done with it. Let them go somewhere where they can thrive. Don't put them on ice and don't just put them on ice and let them sit there and get paid. Let them go out and do their things because you could see Santana's doing well. Ricky Saints. You got all these different people that have come, like, Brian Pillman Jr., like Alexis King doing good stuff. you got to let these wrestlers do what they need to do. You know what I mean? You got Dragon Lee. Yes, he's not being utilized properly in WWE, but he's being treated right. You know what I mean? And you got some people that are there from AEW that have done good things. Cody Rhodes, the list goes on and on. You should just let these wrestlers go thrive somewhere else. If they're unhappy, and they want a release or they want to be out, you should just let them be out and, put that money into other wrestlers that want to be there. When it comes to the Andrade situation, he is shafted. He should get a lawyer. He should lawyer up. And what he should do is sue the shit out of WWE and get out of this. I think he's got a case for it. And I think, WWE's petty. First, it's nickeling and diming the consumer. Then it's nickeling and diming the consumer in the streaming aspect. Then it's nickeling and diming people on seats and tickets and merchandise. It's just, this year, WWE just looks like Microsoft right now. Like, we're just going to do whatever and fuck everything else. And we don't give a shit about anything else. And then we're just going to try to say the right things in damage control. How long, how far is that going to take you before people say enough's enough? And right now, when it comes to Xbox, people are saying enough's enough to the point to where stores are not selling Xboxes and liquidations are happening and things like that. It's the same thing that's happening with WWE. People are tuning more into other products like MLW, like NWA, and like AEW. And they're having a good time because they don't feel like they're being insulted. They feel like their favorite wrestler can thrive. And the thing is, and yeah, views don't chalk up how people feel, because there's a lot of streaming apps like out there, like for instance, on the Roku app, NWA's over there, like, and they don't report numbers to, the Nelson ratings. So at the end of the day, it's like, to me, it's like, I don't really care about views at this point because cable television is dying and more people are watching streaming, and all these streaming apps have ways of categorizing what they see and what they do. So at the end of the day, when it comes to Andrade, I'm getting so off topic on this one, but when it comes to Andrade, he got shafted. WWE is trying to be AEW when Tony Khan becomes petty, and AEW does the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. They're not innocent. Tony Khan has been well known for this. He did it with Miro, now Rusev. He's now doing it with Britt Baker, but has kept the door open to Britt Baker if she wants to come back. He did the same thing with Ricky Saints, formerly known as Ricky Starks. At the end of the day, to be honest with you, WWE and AEW are petty against each other. They're never going to work together or work on something together, and I hope they do one day, but that's not going to happen. And the thing it shows with Andrade, WWE's trying everything in their power to find something to stick on him so he can't, it's just petty. It's that mom mentality, mafia style. I don't get that with WWE. You got plenty of talent. He is not a Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kukoc guy. He's not in your starting lineup. He's a six man. He's like a guy that comes off the bench and scores you a couple threes to make the game interesting, or does great defense here and there. He's there to make your roster look a little good on TV, but he's not like the guy that I would go, oh my God. Yeah, I just personally don't understand why WWE thinks this way, and they're treating him like he's done like Jeff Hardy levels bad. And I just don't get that. He didn't want to perform for AAA. Supposedly had a wellness violation, supposedly on top of that. And, at the end of the day, what did he violate in a wellness policy? Was it steroids? Was it drugs? Which was it? You know what I mean? And then you got TKO at the last minute scrambling to change their policies. It just makes no sense to me. And if I'm him, I lawyer up. I get some lawyers involved. He has plenty of money to do so. He's made millions. And just go out of his way and sue the shit out of WWE TKO and get out of what he needs to get out and sign a big, healthy contract with AEW and don't go back to WWE. And do your thing with AAA, CMLL. He is only 36. I think he's like 35, 36. He's not that old. He's got plenty of years, but he's going to be wasted for a year on the bench. I would fight that if I was him. Like, I feel bad for the guy. Like, WWE is finding ways to shaft this guy, and I personally, as a person, don't understand it. I don't get it as a person, but WWE feels like, oh, well, he's some big entity that signed for millions, and I just don't understand. And if Tony Khan knew, shame on Tony Khan if he knew there was a 90-day compete clause there, or maybe they didn't know. Maybe Andrade didn't know, But if they did, then shame. And if Andrade did, shame. He played a company, and that's just shameful. But I don't think that's none of the case here, because all reports are reflecting that WWE like didn't let him know, and then now they're letting him know, and then it's just like it's just that and the third. It's just petty to me. It's bullshit. It's petty, and Andrade, I'm gonna say this, got fucked hard by WWE, because you can't have the no. Get me Madumbo. We cannot have a wrestler A go to wrestler B's promotion and go be somebody. No. Get me the Dumbo with the finger out. We're gonna Wilt Chamberlain his ass. We're definitely gonna Kimo Olajuwon that shit. Hell no. We can't have that shit. We can't have that. WWE cannot have that in 2025. Oh, hell no, they can't. They're going to Stone Cold Stunner your ass. They are like Nintendo of the wrestling world. Anyway, my name is Wraith Realm TV. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on my other video platforms, make sure to be doing the same things. And on my social media, make sure to be liking or following. But guys, at the end of the day, look, I just saw Andrade got shafted. Yeah, he's not the best wrestler in the world, and he's one of my, he is one of my favorites. I do enjoy him. I did like him in Selena Vega, and I felt the second time around, it just didn't work out. It was like he got divorced, and then WWE's divorcing him, and it just didn't seem right. It seems like the same with Rusev and Killer Cross the second time around. It's like these wrestlers that keep coming back like an abusive relationship. Take me back, WWE. I will do better. I will just do anything in my power. And you're seeing it in live time. Killer Cross wasn't treated like anything. Then he cut a promo. Everybody started loving him. They didn't even go behind it. WWE's that cold shit. They don't give a shit. If they're scorned, oh, good luck to you. Good luck. Anyway, my name is Wraith Realm TV, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.